Welcome to Will It Work? I'm Kevin. Today we're looking at the Pocket Dream console. You know, basically, today, with AliExpress and everything, you can, and Amazon and eBay and lots of other places, you can go on and find Chinese clone systems of all shapes and sizes. We've looked at a lot of them on this show, and for the most part, I don't go out of my way to get them. If I see something that looks fun or interesting, I'll pick one up, mainly due to the case design. I'm not too interested in the features because unless it's a an FGPA, field grade programmable array clone system, I just don't find the software clone based systems all that interesting because I've already have some and I don't need more of them. So I don't generally collect them. I'll count them if I have them, but I think at some point, maybe when we're very close to the end of all of these consoles on this list, I'm going to put together a raw count of what I consider unique systems, as well as give a count of like the TV game ones and the handheld ones, etc., and try and give people a count of the clones versus just a raw system count of what I have, so that the official count we know, rather than sort of a more like it's not an unofficial count, I guess, because I have all these consoles. These all are they're all unique in some way, shape, or form. So the count is the count. That's how many I have. That's how many I own. However, what I'm trying to say is that systems generally aren't that unique, right? We've looked at many Pong systems. Some have other games or are designed differently than others, but there's a lot of them that use the same microchip as well, and so they're not necessarily that unique. So the Pong systems could be lumped together into like different categories, and then you could count like, the ones that won on the AY38500 or whatever as being one, and then one that ran on an AY38600 is two, but you wouldn't count multiples. Anyway, but that's for me to figure out. It's not a big deal. My point is, with this came out in 2006, and it's by Takara, and that's early, right? That's in the time period of when the JAG-specific TV games were coming out and everything. There weren't too many of these little handheld game systems at that time. So this one is noteworthy. And what I mean by that is that you'll find an article on Wikipedia about this particular system. There are some systems that are notable enough that they get articles written about them. And there's actually another one that's called like a Pocket Dream Touch system or something. And they do have a bunch of these sort of generic rip-off games, as people like to call them. The thing is that, the thing I'm never quite clear on with these games is, yes, they're, rip-offs of other games, but are they that game where they just took away the branding, as we see that with like the Superboy, where they took away the branding of the Atari games, but they kept the actual game together? Or are these like games that developers wrote and just based them off of similar games? You know what I mean? So they're not exact. It would be like, instead of Super Mario, it would be like Super Dave, and instead of like it would look different and the boards would be a little bit different, but it would be kind of like very similar gameplay, but it's not necessarily the same game. And that's always a question, because why I think that matters is because, are these games unique? Is this the only place you would find these 30 games, even though they're ripoffs? Are they historically, this is the only platform that they're on? Or are they just generic and they're on all kinds of systems? I don't have the answers to that, unless I sat here and played them all and then, you know, played other ones and then determined like this one is different than that one. I'm not that invested in it, but it's always sort of a question with these systems. Like, is this content unique or not? If it's not unique, then I'm not interested in it because the hardware is not unique and the games aren't unique, and therefore it's just it's just garbage basically. But if the games are unique, even if they're copied in a way, the design of a game is copied, but the games are unique, then there's a little bit more history there and it's a little bit more interesting. We are going to look at this one though. We'll look at it together. We'll see what it's about. So it comes in this little thing, and here's the instructions. Kind of has almost like a little phone thing going on, the way it looks, especially back in those days. You have this tiny little screen. It's 2 inches, but they do give you cable, an AV cable. So we're going to try that, and we're going to run it in. We'll look at these generic games it comes with. It takes, I think, like 2 batteries, and there's a little D-pad, an A and B button, a menu button, and some rather weak bumpers, and a volume rocker on the right left side. So since I'm here, why don't we go ahead and put some batteries in it, and we can just see if the screen works, and then if that works, we'll switch over to the video side and take a look. So yeah, 3 AAAs. I have some here. Don't be mad at me if I mix and match the batteries. This is just for testing. People are like, no, don't put the wrong type of battery in. It'll cause chaos. It's like, okay. And it looks like there's a headphone jack as well. So let's turn it on. Yep, so it's in Japanese. It's like, gambling, space, driving, I guess, puzzle. I don't know. I don't know what that one would be. Action game. So that definitely looks like Streets of Rage. Okay, let's switch over to the video side because this screen is almost impossible to see anything on. And let's see how the output looks, and let's look at these games together, and maybe we can make a determination if these are generic copies or if they're actual, perfect copies where they just stripped the branding. Let's go over and take a look. We are looking at the Pocket Dream console. So once the AV cable is plugged in, the screen backlight goes off on the handheld, but you can see it if you flash a light on it and kind of see it on there. So let's go back and look at this action game. Let's look at Streets of Rage here again. Yeah, I'm not sure. That doesn't look like anything I've seen before. I mean, it's definitely the same moves, but character model looks totally different to me. It's not. This doesn't come across as 8-bit to me. Whoa. Typically when you've got big, if it was like River City Ransom where they're all small guys, that would be one thing. Looks like it's definitely some kind of 16-bit title. All right, let's see if we can go back to the menu. Let's try this one. What in the world? All right, that's ridiculous. Yeah, so I think these are, again, I think these are probably original games. I just don't know if they're original to this particular, well, that's like a snake, to this particular system, or if they are, yeah, if they're just some sort of generic 8 or 16-bit games that they use on a variety of these units. And somebody out there probably might know. And if you do, feel free to leave it in the comments. But it's the kind of thing I would collect because bowling. No, we're not doing any bowling. I can't get to the menu until we get to the game, apparently. Woo! I mean, like I'm a robot horse. Get the apple. Oh. Game starts over. All right. Because, I mean, you wouldn't probably buy any of these separately. But they could be like those free games. You know, PopCap used to make games like that were like Flash type games. Oh! And, you know, for like a little thing back in like the mid 2000s, it was like a Bomberman clone. Oh, I just killed myself. That's just as well. Control don't work so good though. Control's not great. It's pretty stiff. Or maybe even a little too soft. Yeah, there was a game like this for mobile. I forget what it was called. Ridiculous. Alright, let's go. Can we go back? Alright. Chicken shooting game. And dildos on the ground. Power up. Better look out, I'm a whirlwind of death right now. I mean, how many power-ups can you get? I mean, where does it end? Where do they draw the line? Boss battle. He's not exactly weak. He's got a hell of a health bar, doesn't he? Jeez. Well, I suck at dodging. That's all she wrote. All right, let's get out of this. Played that one too long. Let's move it along. It's like a shmup here. I mean, no, seriously, like, this isn't too bad. If this thing was cheap, I don't know what the price was when it first came out, but this is just going to keep the kids busy in the back seat for a while. This isn't terrible. Nothing great. I mean, there's no Final Fantasy VII going on here or anything, but, you know, waste away some hours could do worse. Now, these days we have cell phones, you know, smartphones and stuff, so you wouldn't need something like this now, but 2004, that was, people still had flip phones, basically, unless you were like an early Apple guy. Even then, I don't know if there was an app store back then. Everything was web-based when the iPhone first came out. Whew. That sucks. My God. This kind of feels 8-bit. Might be 16-bit. It's just the same game. They just give you different model cars. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's all the same shit. All right. It was like ballistic. Woo! Killing it. Not playing again. Going. Exiting out. It's like a voxel. Match the fruit. It's a game of memory. What the? Oh, it's like a hint or something? Is it not the same? Is this banana not the same as this banana? How about this orange and this orange? No? This orange and this orange? How about this orange and this orange? No. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Bejeweled. Are we looking for differences between the pictures or something? What is going on here? No? Okay, there's a bike. There's a shadow. I'm missing it. I don't see the other. I don't see what else it could be. Panel. Here's a panel. Oh, I was missing a thing. All right. But I got them all. I got them all because I cheated. Woo! I used a hint. Oh, now it turns into some other game. All right, we're not doing that. No, no, no. Ugh. This is like Clax or something? Oh, it's like some weird Tetris thing. What the? I can make him go over here and I can touch. Okay. There we go. Oh, thank you. No. Casino game. All right. We're not going to look at all the casino games. So that's the Pocket Dream console. It's okay. You know, if this thing cost like $20 or something back then, it would have been all right. I wouldn't have paid probably more than that for it. Maybe a little bit more because it's got a screen and stuff and everything. But yeah, that's about it. Anyway, it works. It's a keeper. Thanks for watching.